stop to think about the beauty products that you used to use all the time that you just don't use anymore? I have been in the beauty industry for so many years, like 2 decades. And I've also just used beauty products even before that when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. And there are a lot of beauty products that I just do not use anymore. So let's talk about them. All right, so before I get into these products, I just want to throw out there, some of these products that I'm going to talk about, I might not use them anymore now, but it doesn't mean I won't ever use them again. There are definitely going to be products in this list that I probably will never use again, and I just haven't even used them for so long. I just can't even imagine. There are products that just become like trendy almost and then just kind of go out of trend. And I think that happens more so with makeup products. Like for instance, a really great example is lip liner. It's probably hard to believe that lip liner went out of trend for a while there, but there was a good decade where it seemed very dated to wear lip liner. I actually think back on this. I cannot imagine not using lip liner now because it just defines my lips. It helps me with the color that I want to achieve with my lipstick or even my lip balm. But there was a very long moment there where lip liner just seemed super dated. It seemed like something that people would only do if they barely had any lips or if they just used really bad lipstick to help it from feathering. You'd see people with like really drawn out lips. Just seemed like such a dated makeup product. Fast forward to like Kylie Jenner, and I'm not saying that she's the one that brought lip liner back, but maybe she did bring lip liner back to like the Kylie Jenner lip kit. And then suddenly lip liner was back. And now I just can't imagine, I'm probably sure you can't imagine not wearing lip liner. It's such a funny thought. So sometimes makeup products, beauty products just go in and then they go out and then they come back and then they go away again. So some of these products might be out of trend right now and then come back later. First one, this will not be a surprise to any of you. It is makeup wipes. You know I don't use makeup wipes anymore. So this is like not a surprising one, but whenever there are new people to this channel or to my content, they don't realize I have stopped using makeup wipes completely. The only time you'll ever see me pull out a makeup wipe is if it has been like sent to me or somebody has it or something, like a makeup artist, they have it in their kit and I swatch something like a lipstick color on my hand and I just want to remove it. That's the only thing you're gonna probably see me use a makeup wipe for. Besides that, I do not use makeup wipes anymore. And this is a product you'll never see me say it's back, that I want to use it. And the reason I bring makeup wipes up now is because I feel like this is way beyond me now. Like I feel like the trend of makeup wipes has really started to go away. I see less launches of makeup wipes. We saw Patrick Starr say that they're going to discontinue his makeup wipes.
And this is my wipes that I might discontinue because no one likes them.
I take constructive criticism.
Which tells me that just at Sephora, the makeup wipes aren't doing as well as they used to. I mean, I think like Neutrogena still has like a chokehold on a lot of people with their makeup wipes. There are some people who are just like never gonna give them up. And I acknowledge there are times to use makeup wipes. I took makeup wipes with me in my hospital bag when I had my babies, for instance, because I was like, maybe I might need them. But as your actual cleanse, your regular cleanse on a regular basis, there's no point in using makeup wipes. They're too harsh. You're gonna be too harsh with your skin. They're never gonna give you the right kind of cleanse. Having a really nice cleanse that gets all of your makeup off, all of the grime off of your skin, but doesn't strip your skin is the foundation of your skincare routine. You will not have a beautiful skincare routine if you don't have a beautiful cleanse. So makeup wipes are out.
You're out.
I'm happy about it too. The next one is a product I used to use all the time, dry shampoo. Think about it. When was the last time you relied on your dry shampoo? I used to use dry shampoo all the time. You used to hear me talk about dry shampoo. I have a video where I talked about how I basically push my hair washing days out by like a week, spread it out over 7 days, and dry shampoo was a big part of that. Now we've got more information. It turns out if you use dry shampoo too regularly, you get seborrheic dermatitis, you get flakiness, you get dandruff. And that's because you're basically giving the fungus on your head, you're giving it food. And so you get more flakiness. And over the years, my scalp psoriasis has gotten worse with age, bound to happen, I suppose. I've really had to start to look at the ingredients and the products that I'm using on my scalp. And I've realized the more I can wash my hair, the better. And the less I use dry shampoo, the better off my hair is. And it's really funny because I really do think this isn't just me making this decision. It's like not something that I've realized on my own. I'm realizing other people have realized. And I'll throw out there, I do actually push out my hair wash days just because I have such thick hair. I don't want to deal with it. Once I got it looking like this, I want to try to push it out for at least 2 more days. But using scalp serums has been really helpful. Throwing my hair in a ponytail, using a brush to just kind of like spread the oils out a little bit too. All of that has been really helpful. And I have to wash my hair more often than I want to. And that's just all there is to it. And you know what? Good riddance, because I look back on some of my pictures, some of my videos where I just always had like a ashy look to the roots of my hair and it just wasn't a good look. So I'm glad dry shampoo is out. Next up, makeup with SPF. It is mind-blowing to me to think about this, but there was a time where I specifically sought out makeup, foundations specifically, or like my tinted moisturizers, my skin tints, which they would be called now. I used to look for very specifically makeup that had SPF in it, and I used to rely on it as my sunscreen. That is what is mind-blowing to me. My 20s and even my early 30s were spent relying on the SPF of my makeup. Can you imagine? I can't even wrap my head around it anymore because I just know too much. The funny thing is, I used to religiously wear my It Cosmetics CC cream as my sunscreen. That was it. That was all I would put on. And I thought, it's SPF 50, I am protected. And you know what, listen, it gives you a little bit of protection, there's no doubt about it. But the amount of makeup that you have to use to actually reach that kind of protection would look so funny on your skin. It would be clown looking makeup. You would look like you have a face mask on to be able to achieve the actual SPF number that is on that makeup if you're just relying on your makeup. So do I still use makeup that has SPF in it? Yes. So this is like a little bit misleading because sometimes it's just like incidental, like it's just part of the makeup. Like I didn't buy it for the SPF in it, and I in fact wouldn't even care if that makeup I'm buying has SPF in it. It just happens to have it because brands still do that, which I assume means that people are still buying their makeup for the SPF in it too and using it as their sunscreen. Makeup with SPF as your actual sunscreen is out. That is out. And speaking of makeup with SPF, it brings up another type of product that I don't use, and that is sunscreen that has an SPF below 30. You'll rarely these days see me use an SPF 30. I always want something that's higher for my skin, especially because I deal with melasma. I am all about an SPF 50 or higher. You know, back in the day, I used to be okay with any, like it had a little bit of SPF, and I mean, I was using makeup with SPF, which on average would be like SPF 15 to like 25. Like that was usually what you would find. Like we thought SPF 50 in our CC cream was like, whoa, we're so protected. It's really funny to think back on it. I just wouldn't buy a sunscreen that has an SPF below 30. Obviously, if it's all I had access to, like if I was on a vacation and my bag got lost and it had all my sunscreen in it and the local store only had SPF 20, I would buy it because it's better than nothing. And I just like make sure I'm really applying a lot of it, but I just wouldn't have a use for it in my day-to-day. SPF 50 is my go-to. SPF 30 is like the bare minimum in my opinion. I don't even know sometimes why any sunscreens are made with a lower SPF than 30. Next up, strip lashes. I cannot remember the last time I had strip lashes on, and I have to tell you, my eyes are very thankful for that. I feel so much better. I still use falsies all the time, and in fact, I've got some falsies on right now, but there's those individuals that have 3 little lashes on them. That's usually what Nikki uses on me. And if you don't know, Nikki is my friend and makeup artist. She's been all over the channel. She has her own YouTube channel. We just at some point stopped using strip lashes, and I haven't really had a use for them. You know, when I look back on content, not just by me, content creators in general, I've noticed that strip lashes just are not as popular as they used to be. And they used to be super popular, especially on YouTube and Instagram. Like it is all that we ever saw people using. Think back on my reaction videos, like the classic, like we'd see somebody like rip their lash off of their eyes and I'd go like, no.
First thing I like to do when starting to clean off my makeup, I take off my lashes first. Usually I will keep my lashes and reuse them. It just helps.
Now I don't really see that anymore. Like I still see it occasionally, but I think we've moved on to the individual lashes. They've become so much more popular, which is like a funny thing because I think individual lashes were like the lashes back in the day, and then it became strip lashes, and now we're back to individual lashes because they look more natural. So it's just funny how trends can really play a part in that too, but I personally can't imagine I'd go back to strip lashes, maybe someday, but they're just so heavy on your lids. You have to use so much glue, fit them right. I don't know. I just don't think it gives the right kind of look for my lashes. So I'm really happy that I'm using individual lashes. And I'm curious to know, of all the products I'm talking about, how many people watching this video feel like they're not using these types of products too, especially strip lashes. I don't know if this is gonna be controversial, but I don't use crunchy hair gel anymore. I still use hair gel. Like I actually have been raving about the Crown Affair hair gel. I love the one from Bread Beauty. That's like this really soft hold hair gel. I'm talking about the crunchy hair gel. You know what I'm talking about? It looked like jelly, like fluorescent jelly in like a bottle. And I would use it to make my hair curly. And I think back on my teens and my early 20s, dates I went on, and I had crunchy hair. Like I could hurt somebody with my curls. Like you'd like feel it. And I can't believe that I used to think that was pretty. Like I used to think that like, yeah, my crunchy curls, my hard crunchy curls look really good. And listen, it's you work with what you've got. And that was all I had at the time. I just can't imagine using crunchy hair gel on my hair anymore. It's all about soft and natural. Lip plumpers. I used to love lip plumpers. There was a product called Lip Venom back in the day that was so popular. It wasn't even a really good gloss. Like it didn't stay on your lips very long. It didn't make your lips that glossy. It just really made your lips look plump because it actually like stung you, hence the name Venom. There were like all these ingredients in it that would actually sting your lips so that your lips looked plumper. And then, you know, obviously it turned into just more like lip balms and everything that were actual lip plumpers that had probably better ingredients than like cinnamon to spice up your lips and didn't maybe hurt as much. But all of these lip plumpers have really gone out of style. And I suspect it's because lip filler has become a bigger deal. So nobody really feels the need to have an actual lip plumper to fake the look of bigger lips, but I think we just know better. And we don't want to irritate our skin and irritate our lips. I mean, there were times where my lips would be so irritated that they would be rashy. Every once in a while, I'll be like surprised by a lip balm that I use that has like some plumping ingredients in it because you can just feel it immediately start to tingle, but I am never purposely seeking out a lip plumper. And I actually asked Nikki, my makeup artist, if her clients ask for lip plumpers, and she said that she almost never uses them because her clients hate them. So again, I think lip plumpers are out. I definitely do not use lip plumpers anymore, not on purpose. This one's a little bit weird because I do actually use this product, but I feel like what the actual product used to be has changed, and that is primer. Back in the day, there was this primer from a brand called Napoleon Perdis or something like that. This was a makeup artist from Australia, and he had this whole saying, he'd be like, not to prime is a crime. And I remember this was like the first face makeup primer that I had ever used. It was very like silicone-y feeling, had lots of film formers in it. It was really thick. It almost felt like spackle on the face, and it would mattify your skin. And then eventually Benefit came out with POREfessional, and it was along the same lines. It was like this very silicone-y type of film former spackle that you would use under your makeup, and it would make your skin feel like velvet and super soft and just really matte. Like everybody just wanted to have super matte skin, and that is what I see as primer. Nowadays, I feel like primer, it's still a thing, but I think everyone's become more savvy that your makeup looks better, it sits better when you have more like a hydrating kind of product for your skin underneath it, hydrating and moisturizing. So what primers really are these days, in my opinion, like the really popular ones, they're really just skincare. So I don't purposely seek out a primer anymore. I think that a lot of the primers that you might see me use or suggest, really the reason why I like them is because I treat them like they're a skincare product. They feel like a skincare product, and a lot of the primers that I like and suggest to people, they're just like a hydrating serum or like a moisturizer. They are not the primers of the past. So the product that I don't use anymore, I have no use for, primers of the past. All right, so that's it. I actually started thinking about some different products like stick concealers, antibacterial hand wash. Like these are just like beauty products that I used to just buy religiously and use all the time. I could keep on going. So I'm just gonna stop at that list because I feel like there are more products. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Are you using any of the products that I listed? Am I the only one? I can't be the only one that stopped using these products, but I'd love to hear from you. Which beauty products have you stopped using? Which of my list have you stopped using? Or which ones do you disagree with? Which ones are you still like religious about using? I'd love to hear this because I think it's so fascinating to just see what comes in and what goes out and, you know, just how things change. So feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below. You can also find me on social media. I'm on Instagram and TikTok at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you soon.